All aboard the MSC Splendida, 5 days of Mediterranean magic, or so they promised. Sea views? Yes. Sunsets? Stunning. Serenity? We'll talk. Grab a life fast. It's time to dive into the good, the not so, and the full-on did I just witness a clown marry a mermaid kind of chaos. Alright, let's start with accommodation. We booked a balcony cabin, and honestly, it was so affordable I briefly wondered if I'd be bunking next to the anchor chain. But no, it was real cabin, comfy bed, solid shower. The cabin was clean, comfy, kinda stylish, like a little floating hotel room. TV was there, but honestly the real show was outside on the balcony. View so good that I have expected Morgan Freeman to narrate it. He never did, but it could have been the case. I'd sit on the balcony with my tea or coffee, watching the sea roll by. Pure bliss. Just a heads up, the walls aren't exactly soundproof. You hear hallway chatter and even your neighbor's sneezes. If it's not a deal breaker, great, just don't expect monastery vibes, more like friendly dorm with more space and better towels. And now all about food, the battle of the buffet and cake redemption. Let's talk food, aka my daily motivation. Now the buffet on deck 14 is a jungle. It's not fine dining, it's a survival of the fittest, elbows out, eyes on the croissants. And good luck finding a table during peak hours. The buffet was huge but not very consistent. One day there was divine Italian pizza and grilled magic. The next day it's like fish mystery and lukewarm pasta. But, and it's a big but, the cakes were to die for. Seriously. Moist, natural tasting. Not overly sweet, just perfect. I would have smuggled them home if I had space. We also dined at Villa Verde and La Regia, decks 5 and 6. These are the two main sit-down restaurants, all complimentary. The menus were classic cruise rotating nightly dishes, some hits, a great mushroom risotto one night, and some forgettables. Blend soup, anyone? But overall decent, very decent. Not life-changing, but nothing tragic either. Entertainment, a theatrical roller coaster with glitter. Entertainment on Splendida is a nightly lucky dip. Every evening there is a show. Some were pretty impressive, sharp choreography, glitzy costumes, decent voices. Others had me squinting from row 5, like, wait, is the Teen Man doing flamenco? One night they performed The Wizard of Oz, or so they claimed. There was no lion, Toto seemed irrelevant, and do not even get me started on Dorothy. Let's just say her slippers were emotionally unavailable. If you're expecting Broadway, don't. Lower your expectations, bring a drink, better two, and your best sense of humor, you'll be fine. That said, I loved that there was something every night. It gave the evening a nice rhythm, and honestly, some of the shows were good. Sure, if you had storylines that felt like a riddle wrapped in glitter, but that was half the charm, I guess. On Splendida, you never know if you're getting Shakespeare, Cirque du Soleil, or disco number with feathered hat. And I sort of learned to appreciate the ride over time. Crowds and activities. Lines everywhere. Okay, let's address the crowds. The ship gets busy. Very busy. Feeling like hiding in the corner. Busy. There's no such a thing as just popping in to an activity. It's more like strategically map your route. Stay grounded. Focus. Arrive early. Patience mandatory. There's always a line, whether it's for food, reception, elevators, or just the privilege of existing. Activities? Limited. Crowds? Not so much. Karaoke, trivia, occasional dance class, all fine, but nothing that screamed, "Can't miss the fun!" On the bright side, no formal either. None whatsoever. Definitely not a party ship. I had a few stretches of boredom, so I defaulted to reading, grazing, and chilling. Relaxing? Totally. Stimulating? Not always. A waistline? Gently expanding. Alright, let's talk design, or as I called it, where glam meets grandma's crystal collection, literally. So let's talk about the interior decor of MSC Splendida, because it's a lot. You look at it every day. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, maybe not so much. So picture this: mirrors upon mirrors, chrome railings, glass elevators, enough shiny surfaces to make a magpie faint. It's as if someone said, let's mix Las Vegas, Versailles, and the Swarovski showroom, and then crack it up a notch. There's definite love affair with glitter and gloss, from sparkling staircases, yes, with embedded crystals, yes, the Swarovski ones, which is pretty cool, but a bit much, I think. So now don't get me wrong, it's not without a charm. It's bold, it's dramatic, and it has its unmistakable MSC signature, confident kitsch. If you're looking for subtle elegance, this ain't it. But if you secretly enjoy a bit over-the-top theatrical flair, great, you'll feel right at home at this glitter palace at sea. So overall interior of MSC ship wasn't quite my thing. It's a bit too flashy, too much sparkle without soul. I'm more into sleek, serene, oriental-inspired elegance, like the kind you find with Vicky Yao's designs, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. Yay! Like, I'm a big fan of her bonsai trees in particular, minimal, high-end, deeply calming. If you're into that kind of aesthetics, good for you, for the same. I added a link in the description. I'm not sponsored or anything, I just adore their pieces. On to the basics. Cleanliness, a bit too rustic for my taste. The ship is showing age, for sure. It's not the newest, not the latest. I don't mind a bit of vintage charm, but sometimes vintage turned into, did anyone clean this? When? I found a dirty cup in the buffet, a public toilet with no toilet paper. Yes, fun, like back in 2020. And the buffet floors were sticky a few times, maybe a lot of the times. It wasn't filthy or anything, but let's just say it wouldn't pass a Swiss inspection. Coming from someone who lives in Switzerland. Bring hand sanitizer and maybe your own napkin stash. And to the stuff, the real heroes of the cruise. And this is where MSC quietly wins, the stuff. From the waiters to housekeeping to reception, everyone was genuinely helpful, professional, and kind. Not bouncing off the walls cheerful, but calm, polished European, kind of friendly. Honestly, decent. And to the stars. When we boarded, we were seated for dinner with my fellow countrymen. Lovely people and all, but I sort of moved for a reason. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm patriotic, I love my culture, but when I'm traveling with my partner, who doesn't speak the language by the way, a romantic dinner turns into a diplomatic summit. Not something I signed up for. We asked to switch, and the very next night we had a perfect little table for two. No fuss, just sorted. That kind of service speaks volumes. And a special mention to the legend who found my bag. Yes, I somehow left my bag at the buffet table, yep, the jungle one, with passport, cards and all, not to mention my favorite bag, so the perfect storm. I didn't even realize it was gone until I got a call from reception, and we were like, nope, we don't have any bags missing. And they're like, yep, you do, we have your passport. I'm like, if you insist. So the staff member found it, turned it in, and everything was still inside. I was stunned in a good way. Whoever you are, mystery hero, thank you for saving both my holiday and my dignity. And now guys, pure salt, value for money, and who should cruise with Splendida? So was it worth it? Mostly, if you know what you're getting yourself into. I think it's really great for budget-conscious travelers, families with kids, cruise newbies looking for a chill and Mediterranean intro, sure. Not so great for luxury seekers, people who panic in crowds, and anyone expecting a spotless 5-star experience. Just ain't happening. Think of it as floating 2-3 star-ish hotel with okay vibes, great views, and occasional survival of the fittest test. So now to booking tips. Book like pro, not like a passenger. So book early, snag the best balcony cabins, views for days, price for peanuts. Avoid school holidays unless you enjoy chaotic buffets and splash zones. Wi-Fi? Nah. Download your Netflix, maps, audiobooks before boarding. Have your European coverage ready. For sure you would want to have Wi-Fi outside of the ship. Check post-booking deals. MSC app offers last-minute cabin upgrades. Those are real and oftentimes cheaper. And bring reusable water bottles. This kind of 1-liter, 2-liter ones with a handle. That's a lifesaver. Hydration is life and bottled water is for Rockefellers only. So that was my honest review of MSC Splendida. A cruise filled with cakes, queues, confusion, kindness, and questionable Wizard of Oz adaptations. Would I go again? For that price and those cakes? I just might. If you like this video, give it thumbs up, subscribe, and tell me what was the weirdest thing you've ever seen at sea, or any other cool experiences you've had in your cruising. Until next time, stay curious, stay hydrated, and stay away from buffet fights.